I'm Faye Levinson for NCD News. The Insurance Fraud Bureau, IFB, estimates that since 1999 there have been around 22,500 staged or induced accidents, costing the industry an estimated £200 million a year. That's the equivalent of £50 added onto every motor insurance policy in the UK. Alarmingly, a YouGov poll quoted on the BBC found that a whopping 41% of people are unaware of the problem. The lack of effort to make the public aware seems to be feeding right into the hands of the fraudsters. Well, we want to help. Firstly, the scams to watch out for include the classic rear-end shunt. This is where the car in front slows down for no apparent reason until they are quite close to you before suddenly slamming on the brakes, making it impossible for you to avoid hitting him from behind. To make this more likely, a fraudster will often disable their car's brake lights so that you don't realize it's even braking until it's too late. If a fraudster wants to completely avoid questions regarding why they slammed on their brakes, there is always the decoy rear-end shunt. This is where you're following one car when another one pulls in front of it from a side street or from a parked position. This gives the fraudster a reason to brake, causing you to crash into its rear end. The first car then drives off, leaving you none the wiser to its involvement. A scammer can drive up and down the same street all day trying this until someone hits them. Then there's the helpful wave shunt. You're sat patiently waiting to turn across traffic into a side street when some friendly person seems to slow down and wave you across. As you turn, they then promptly crash into you. The fraudster then denies ever waving you in, making the accident appear your fault. The con doesn't end there though. Every possible penny must be squeezed from each forced crash to make it worthwhile. Some common exploits to bulk up the amount claimed include non-existent passengers. Despite there having only been 1 or 2 people in the car at the time of the accident, you'll suddenly be faced with a claim for at least 5 people, all claiming they were in the car at the time, and they all apparently have whiplash. Additional damage. The scammer takes their car somewhere else, bashes up the parts he wants replacing, and then claims the damage happened during the original accident. It is not uncommon for the car you hit to have already been damaged. To avoid having to make a claim on his own insurance, the fraudster will get into another accident on purpose with you. Loss of earnings. Despite the fact that the person you hit was driving an old banger, don't be surprised if he suddenly manages to conjure up pay slips saying he earns over $100,000 a year working for a friend of his. That aside, why are they getting away with it in the first place? Well, the standard industry view is that blame lies with the driver who crashes into the vehicle in front. The case of Scott versus Walker way back in 1974 established that although the driver behind may not be guilty of careless driving, they will still take responsibility for the accident. Mounting a case against this is something insurers simply are unwilling to do in the majority of cases. So, to try and help make more people aware, and to assist in understanding the mechanics of a prearranged accident, NCD News has developed an online game to test your skills. Simply go to noclaimsdiscount.co.uk/game, get in your car, and see if you can stop the scammers from getting any cash out of you. If you have been in an accident and have even the slightest suspicion that the person you hit was deliberately trying to cause an accident, don't be afraid to indicate your suspicions to your insurer from the outset of your claim. They can check various databases to see if that person has been responsible for multiple similar claims. Getting your insurer involved early is best, but if they are unwilling to pursue the matter, your only alternative is the police. I'm Faye Levinson for NCD News.